Hello and welcome to my meditation. I am so grateful that you have joined me. My name is Debra Baker and I am coming to you from beautiful Ocean City, Maryland. I feel so grateful to be here in this beautiful place. Sharing some wonderful meditation time with you. Let's begin with our 3 nice deep breaths. Breathing all the way into the deepest lobes of our lungs, holding it for a second, and then releasing it. And once more. And now take the deepest breath you've taken all day. And release it. We are so very blessed when we stop and think about it. And I'm not just saying it because I'm in this beautiful place, in this wonderful home, having a reunion with my college roommates, but I'm saying it because all of us are so very blessed when we choose to look at the blessings, at the good things rather than the negative things. We always begin with relaxing our bodies. Let's take another deep breath and imagine breathing all the way down into the tips of our toes. And setting up this current of energy so that there's energy releasing out the tops of our heads each time we exhale, and also entering into the soles of our feet, rising up from the center of the earth, entering into the soles of our feet. So feel your feet begin to just let go and relax. And then feel that relaxation move through your toes, your feet, your ankles, and your lower legs. Feel it move up into your shins and your calves, into your knees, and then into your upper legs. So we relax our bodies when we choose to relax our bodies. As many of you know, I do energy work, and it amazes me. Sometimes I will, especially at the beginning, have my hand, around someone's neck, and I'll feel just a hard, tight muscle. And the Spirit told me to just say, okay, can you soften this muscle right here? And it was amazing. Everybody did. Everybody that I worked on, at any time that I continue to work on, if I'll say, can you soften this muscle right here? Their body hears that and softens the muscle. So maybe you ask yourself, my feet, my calves, my shins, my knees, my upper legs, let's soften those muscles. Let's allow that energy coming up from the center of the earth to soften our muscles all the way up to the very tops of our legs. And then moving into the tailbone, into your pelvic floor, all through your pelvis. Just soften all of those muscles so you're not holding anything tightly. Moving all the way through your pelvis, your pelvic girdle, all the muscles around your spine, your lower spine, and then your midsection. Moving through your midsection and up to your rib cage. So imagine just softening all of those muscles. And now focus on your hands. And feel that from the tips of your fingers all the way up. Softening all the muscles in your hands, your thumbs, your palms, the backs of your hands, your wrists, your lower arms, your elbows, upper arms, your biceps and triceps, in your shoulders. Soften all those muscles from the tops of your shoulders to the tips of your fingers. And now imagine that relaxation that's been moving up your torso is moving through your rib cage, softening each of those soft little muscles between your ribs. The muscles along the sides of your body and the front of your rib cage, all the way up to your collarbone and your shoulder blades in your back, and then moving up to your shoulders. You might even want to pull your shoulders up for a second and then let them release. Just invite that softening, that relaxation into our bodies, releasing anything that no longer serves us. And moving into our neck, front, sides, back of your neck. Feel it especially, that softening around all the muscles around your neck vertebrae. And now feel it in your facial muscles. So all along your jaw, your lips, your teeth, your tongue, around your nose, around your ears, all the way around the sides and back of your head. All the way up your eyes, your eye sockets, your eyebrows, your temples, all the way up to the crown of your head. And make sure that you are in a comfortable position so that your body can relax, so that you're not holding any muscle. You don't have to hold yourself stiff so that you can maintain your position, but that you can just allow your body to relax. So we've been doing a series on the promises as part of the 12-step program. And the promise that we are on today is kind of a long one, and it's very interesting. And it's especially appropriate for people who have some sort of addiction, but it's actually appropriate for everybody, as all the concepts of a lot of spiritual concepts are. And so this promise is, no matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. So really there's two parts to that. I feel a sneeze coming on, sorry. The two parts to that are accepting no matter how far down the scale we've gone. And of course, the scale is in our minds. We decide what the scale is. And we decide, how far we think we've gone. I mean, some people in their addictions or in their, dysfunction can't tolerate it very long. And others can tolerate a lot of pain for a long time. The thing is, there's always somebody else who can share your experience or share elements of your experience. So if you think, it's like the old saying, if you think you've got it bad, let me tell you. So if you think that you've made mistakes, if you think you've done things you regret, there are other people who have things that they consider worse than that. Just know that all of our experiences, all of our life experiences have led us to this moment. So no matter how far down the scale you have gone, you're okay right now. Your infinite spirit is whole and perfect exactly as you are. And whether your body is not exactly healthy right now, or you don't feel like you've got the best mental health or spiritual health or emotional health, you can get better, you can improve, you can recover, life can get better in all of those areas. The cool thing is, with the rest of the promise, is we will see how our experience can benefit others. And let me put a word in here, because what it means is, if we are invited to, we can share our experience with others. But if somebody doesn't want to hear it, we honor that and we say, okay, you live your life the way I've lived my life. And I don't mean the way I've lived my life, but in the sense that I've got to make my own choices, and I honor that you get to make your own choices. So, namaste to that. I honor my own right to choose, and I honor your own right to choose. But how can we benefit others? So I guess, in some humble way, my experience with working 12-step programs for more than 36 years is that now I can share some of those experiences with people who either don't need to or are not or haven't yet experienced a 12-step program, but the spiritual principles in them are universal. I'm sure in all of these meditations that I've done regarding the 12 steps or the 12 promises, no one has thought, oh, well, that doesn't apply to me, because they're universal. So how can your experience benefit others? It's not only by sharing it, it's by living that you know better now. By living that perhaps you found your voice a little bit more. And also in a very, very deep and profound way, recognizing your own progress. I was having conversations, I mentioned that I'm at a reunion with college friends, and we were talking about, our experiences in our 20s and 30s, and it came to me, this little voice, niggling in the back of my head, that I have found my voice now that, I didn't in my 20s and 30s, and even part of my 40s. I was unable to speak up for myself, or I was unable to speak up for myself in a way that created the change that needed to happen. And so whether it's speaking up for yourself or learning not to speak up, or whatever it is, I invite you to see your own progress, to know that, you're better than you were yesterday, and last week, and last month, and last year. And how do we get better? By setting the intention. As soon as we say, I want to get better, I want to improve, I want to be a better example. I want my life to be an inspiration to others. I want people to see my life and say, I like the way you're doing that. How, can you give me some suggestions on how I might implement some of those ideas in my life? People ask me often, why do you still go to meetings if you've been in recovery for so long? And it's because there was someone there when I got to my first meeting, someone there for me, and I want to be that someone now, or someone else. I want to give to someone else the hope that was given to me, that no matter how far down the scale you've gone, no matter how bad your life has been or you feel like it is right now, it's going to get better. It can get better. And how do we get it better besides, doing our work, learning how to speak up for ourselves and learning how to have courage, learning how to expand our comfort zones so that the things we need to do are within our comfort zone, so we can take care of ourselves. But also to recognize that we are infinite spiritual beings. The part of us are so, how cool. Look. Oh, you can't see it. I'll show it to you later. There's a blimp going over. But no matter how far, you're a spiritual being, and the part of you, the soul that goes on after you've passed, is you now. And that is where all the potential is. That is where all the possibility lies. And that's you. That's still you. So when you recognize that the hope lies within you, you can tap into it. And it's about practicing. It's about trying it out. How would I like to tap into my infinite self? What would I like it to do for me? I would like it to make my words kind and loving. I would like it to make it, to help me to make people feel safe around me. So that however you're feeling, whatever you're thinking, it's okay. I'm not going to tell you shouldn't think the way you're thinking. I'm not going to tell you shouldn't feel how you're feeling, believe how you're believing, because I honor that you have your choice. And I love that our paths have crossed and that I can observe that you do things differently from me, and that's okay. I love that. I love that about you. So remembering, I invite you to take a deep breath and imagine that you've just opened up all these channels for your infinite self to express more fully in you, as you, through you. And so when it's time to say something, the words that you want to say pop into your mind. If you need to say something, the opportunity presents itself. Or if you need rest, the opportunity presents itself. Or if you need exercise, the opportunity presents itself. If you need to eat more healthy meals, that you find it easy. Your life doesn't have to be hard. And part of it is believing and accepting that it can be easy, because it can. The infinite love moving in through and as me honors and blesses and recognizes the infinite love moving in through and as you. In other words, namaste. Take a nice deep breath and know that you are a beautiful soul, whole and perfect, exactly as you are. Right here, right now. Have a wonderful